I think you would give me everything you own in 25 years' time to be the age you are now and as healthy as you are right now. And I think it's a really interesting meditation to think about, if you had a time machine, if you were 30 years in the future, if you could be this healthy and feel this good, you give everything materially that you own in 30 years' time to be back here.
You have to learn to do things you hate in order to do the things you love. No payoffs come without sacrifice. Imagine how much further you'd be if you did things even when you didn't feel like doing them. People think there's some complex formula to winning, when the most basic one is, do what you said you were going to do before it became inconvenient.
Pick up the world on your shoulders and walk forward. Pick up the world with all of its trouble, with all of its suffering, with all of its evil, and move forward with it. And in bearing that burden, learn that you're the sort of creature that can bear that burden and therefore deserving of respect. I've never encountered an idea that's better than that. There's terrible evil and there's terrible suffering. It's bottomless. But the human spirit is capable of voluntarily taking that on as a challenge.
The vision that you glorify in your mind, the ideal that you enthrone in your heart, this you will build your life by. This you will become. You will build your life by, and you will become the visions that you glorify in your mind and the ideal that you enthrone in your heart. So many times in life, the enemy, the greatest enemy, is the inner me, what you are enthroning in your heart and what you are visualizing in your mind. What do you see? What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to have? Those visions, either extremely, extremely positive, extremely, extremely negative, or somewhere in between in the mediocre realm, those are the visions that you will live your life by and you will become.
Success is something you attract. Success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by becoming attractive. And the whole scope of this we call now personal development. You can have more than you've got because you can become more than you are.
You're in your life and you get in your car and you drive to work and you feel this restlessness. Pay attention to that, because that is a signal from deep within you trying to wake your ass up and to get you to take your life seriously. You're one decision away from a different life, and you need to push your ass through all the excuses and all the feelings and start taking action.
What has helped me has been me alone, getting my shit together and being accountable for who I'm not and who I want to be.
Every single negative feeling that you feel, the negative feelings that are the reason why so many people quit, are actually the reason why you're doing something right. Because if you're afraid, if you're scared of what might happen, that means you're taking a risk. If you're doubting yourself, if you're questioning whether or not you can do it, that means you're testing yourself. You're pushing yourself past the point of comfort. If you're upset because your friends and family don't support you and you're dealing with criticism from them, that means you're living for you and not for them. So many people just feel the negative feeling and they want it to go away, so they give up on their life. They give up on their dreams. But you have to understand what these feelings mean. It means you're trying to do something exceptional. It means you're trying to do something that most people are scared to do. And it means you're doing something that's going to be worth it.
We're not men because we face the battle and we get immediately victory every time a battle comes up. We're men because we face the battle and we stay in the battle when we feel like we're losing and we feel like we're getting beat up. But we stay in there and we keep fighting and we plant our feet and we say, until death do I part.
Don't be surprised that you never make any progress if you only show up when you feel like it. Nothing in this life is handed to you. Everything has to be earned. Hold yourself to this standard in everything you do, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. You can't expect professional results when you act like an amateur. Show up, put in the work, and don't stop until you get there.
Let's be clear about something. The path you've chosen is going to be a difficult one. Your new life is going to cost you your old one. It's going to cost you your comfort zone and your sense of direction. It's going to cost you relationships and friends. It's going to cost you being liked and understood. That doesn't matter. People who are meant for you are going to meet you on the other side. You're going to build a new comfort zone around the things that actually move you forward. Instead of being liked, you're going to be loved. Instead of being understood, you're going to be seen. All you're going to lose is what was built for a person you no longer are. Remaining attached to a life you're unhappy with is the greatest act of self-sabotage, and releasing it is what you must prepare for to truly be willing to see real change.
Nobody knows but you. You can't get advice on what you should do with your life, right? Nobody knows what you are. Like even sometimes you don't really even know what you are. You got to take your shot. You got to do it alone. And people will help you, and when you get the ball rolling, people will jump on. But if you don't believe, nobody else is going to believe. Following your dreams is a lonely, solitary, scary, dangerous pursuit. You can't wait for somebody to think you can do it. It's a lonely, scary, dangerous pursuit, and you got to be willing to risk everything to become. You got to be fearless, you got to be relentless.